Today, over half of the world's population lives in the city. It is estimated that by 2050, more than 6 billion people will have moved to an urban area.
Uno, vai.
In 2015, during the European Year for Development, the European Commission decided to finance the Food Smart Cities for Development project, which involves 12 urban areas and several civil society organizations over 3 continents that work together to promote local food policies and international cooperation activities. In 2015, the year the project began, over 1 million people participated in activities organized by Food Smart Cities for Development, attending events, visiting the website, and interacting on social media. The 12 urban areas involved in the project have all adopted the Milan Urban Food Policy Pact, the Food Guidelines, along with more than 120 cities from all over the world. Cities and civil society organizations, partners of Food Smart Cities for Development, are working to promote awareness and implement the Sustainable Development Goals, Agenda 2030. Barcelona, Bilbao, Utrecht, Ghent, Bruges, Marseille, Turin, Milan, London, Thessaloniki, Dakar, Antioquia and Medellin, together with People's Expo Organizing Committee, the World Fair Trade Organization, the Fair Trade Advocacy Office, Grain, Accra, Eco Garantito and Fairtrade Hellas, have all implemented various actions to increase awareness and involvement among citizens. Let's take a closer look at the events happening in these cities. In Turin, our project partners have been exploring the fundamental aspects of food policy: right to food, equity, the fight against food waste, and so on. Barcelona is holding open meetings with municipal authorities, civil society, farmers' organizations, and social movements in order to discuss food policies and the establishment of a food city council. Citizens of Bilbao were consulted with a series of workshops, followed by a publicity campaign to raise interest in project themes within the community. Bruges is first in line when it comes to promoting fair trade, thanks to its food policy guidelines and the Fair Trade Expo show, which has toured the project's other partner cities. Along with the newly established Bruges Food Lab, the food policy guidelines were announced at the event Feeding the 5,000. Ghent has adopted a food policy that will involve educating the very young on the value of food, starting with seeds. Thessaloniki is in the process of establishing a food council that will meet to stimulate discussion around the city's food system and discover what we really put on our tables. The Forum of Dakar made way for closer collaboration between the African cities that have signed the Milan Urban Food Policy Pact. Utrecht gathered all its food system stakeholders together to discuss how to enhance collaboration between local producers and curb food waste. Milan, the city coordinating the project, became the capital of fair trade with the World Fair Trade Week in late May 2015, which involved meetings, conferences, exhibitions, debates, and events on fair trade. From the 3rd to the 5th of June 2015, the city hosted the People's Expo, an international forum for civil society and farmers' movements, with 150 delegates from 5 continents that were able to make their voices heard on food sovereignty, agroecology, the right to food, and the fair and sustainable use of natural resources. Milan has also adopted its own food policy, with a participatory process which culminated in a town meeting, where citizens voted on the policy priorities. On the 15th of October 2015, cities from all over the world gathered in Milan to sign the Milan Urban Food Policy Pact, the first international pact on urban food policies. 129 cities have signed up so far.